which is celebrated all around the world with a lot of love and happiness. It's an occasion where you show the women in your life how much her existence means to you. Being women is definitely a challenge. World will indeed be a better place to live in if women would feel understood by her family members and the society. Hence today we have different mental health professionals who would be talking about different stages a woman goes through in her life.
Hello, my name is Kalyani Govekar Joshi and I'm a clinical psychologist by profession. And today, on the occasion of Women's Day, I would be talking about the most sensitive and at the same time important phase in a woman's life, which is teenage, which is the progression from being a girl to a woman. Now, apart from the physical changes and the emotional changes that a girl could be going through, there could be other factors which also would be impacting this transition. Some of them could be external, like bullying, it could be peer pressure, sexual abuse, domestic violence, and so on. Some could be internal, which is body image issues, low self-esteem, and so on. Now, it's very important in this smooth transition into adulthood. What matters is the support system that she has, people around whom she can reach out to. It could be her parents, it could be her friends, teachers, and so on, who offer her the right guidance, who provide her with the safe environment to express herself, and who also offer support at the right time. So let's make this crucial period an easy and smooth ride for all our girls out there. Thank you so much and happy Women's Day.
A very happy International Women's Day to all of you. This is Prachi Tripathi here. I'm a clinical psychologist and psychotherapist. I think we all happen to know a lot of facts regarding the developmental phases that women go through. It's something evident to all. But very little do we emphasize that women are not just dealing with their changing bodies, but also the constant change in environment that brings a great deal of stress and pressure to sustain these changes successfully. Beginning from the point of reaching adulthood, where women need to make choices for their career, finding a right partner, entering into the institution of marriage, and further, there is a significant stress based on their gender to prove themselves, to be able to nurture, to be able to balance everything out. Let me share a very interesting finding. Through a research, marital stress affects the body through three major physiological channels: the cardiovascular, endocrine, and immune systems. Like other forms of environmental stress, marital stress causes heightened blood pressure and heart rate. Interestingly, when married participants were asked to talk about an issue, whether the issue was personal or impersonal, women experienced heightened blood pressure and heart rate, while men experienced little to no change in the cardiovascular state. Why? Because the stressors and demands for adjustment on women are certainly higher as compared to men. A new partnership or a new job role often means many more unfamiliar factors for women than for men, I think across the globe. Saying that, it's essential more than ever to watch out for signs of stressors taking a toll on you, having anxiety, a constant feeling of not being understood, confusion, irritability, being overly expressive or withdrawn at times, finding it difficult to adjust either to a workplace or a new family. Although all of this is considered to be normal and partially a process of the transition, several women happen to ignore the effect it has on their health and quality of life that forms as the basis for their lives ahead. Considering this, speak about this. Reach out for help so you can keep yourself realistic, even while adjusting to a new place. Knowing that transitions should not always be so hard on you that they negatively influence your perception towards yourself or your environment. Thank you.
Hi, I am Dr. Shefali Shah, consultant psychiatrist and psychotherapist. Today I am going to talk about mental health disorders in women during pregnancy and childbirth. Women are at greatest risk of mental health disorders during their reproductive years, especially during childbirth. 1 out of 7 women face postpartum depression. Pregnancy and childbirth are marked by significant changes in our hormones, sleep, immune system, psychosocial stressors, and caregiver responsibilities. Having a baby is a life changing event. We have to undergo changes in our body. You may feel mood changes and fluctuations, irritability, fatigue, exhaustion, sleep disturbances, and depressive and anxiety symptoms due to caring of a newborn baby. If any of these feelings are affecting your day to day life or activities in a big way, then you need to reach out. Then you may be having a perinatal mental health disorder. Please reach out or seek help from a mental health professional if you notice any of these symptoms in you or your loved ones. Crying continuously, feeling anxious or overwhelmed all the time, feeling agitated, having thoughts of suicide, killing yourself or your baby, or you feel constantly irritable and angry. These are all signs and symptoms of a mental illness. The risk factors which can lead to high chances of a mental health illness are having domestic violence at home, having a lack of adequate social support, especially with the nuclear family system, or it could be because of financial constraints, or you have a history of prior mental health problems. All these factors can increase the chances of you having or suffering from a perinatal mental health disorder. These perinatal mental health issues in women can adversely impact the child development and the attachment and bonding which develops between a mother and a baby. So ladies, please make mental health and well-being your priority. Only if the lady of the house is well, then she can take care of the house and its occupants. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Dr. Sumedha Tiwari. I'm a consultant psychiatrist practicing in Mumbai. Firstly, wishing all you women out there a happy Women's Day. Now, as a psychiatrist and also as a woman, I feel that women mental health is of utmost importance, but sadly it is not as discussed and it is neglected. And neglected not just by the society in general, but also by us women. Women initially, traditionally they were expected to be homemakers, but now this role has changed. Women are stepping out for education and for employment. Now, in every field, women expect themselves to excel. They want to be perfect at everything they do. So traditionally, if we were expected to be good homemakers and good mothers and good wives and good daughter-in-laws, now on top of that, there's an added responsibility of being a good employee, being good in your workplace. So this brings us to something which is called as the superwoman syndrome. Now, superwoman syndrome, I'm sure all of us have experienced at some point in our lives, because women have taken up so many roles, but sadly the traditional gender roles that women were expected to have, they still continue. So women are expected to be good at work as well as fulfill their responsibilities at home. Now, the traditional virtues that are associated with women, that is of care, caring for everyone else and sacrifice. This is another reason why women suffer from superwoman syndrome, because they take care of everyone and sacrifice on their health, their physical health and their mental health. And this can have lasting implications, not just for the woman, but for the family that they care for and for the society in general. Some of the symptoms that you might have noticed can be easy fatigability, remaining irritable, getting anxious too often, doubting yourself, feeling depressed, not sleeping or at times sleeping excessively, decrease in appetite, weight changes. So if all these things you ever notice they are happening in your life, then it's an indicator. It should ring a bell, it should raise an alarm. Please seek help, please contact a mental health professional and get in touch with someone who can help you, because if you don't do that at the earliest, it's going to have long-term consequences. And the easiest way to deal with superwoman syndrome that is so commonly seen these days is to take time out for yourself, take a break from work, take a break from your household duties and responsibilities, open up, contact a mental health professional, seek help, and give up this perfectionist attitude that there is, that the society expects women to do. So I hope that woman to woman, this has been of help, and I hope that we all as women decide to take care of ourselves physically as well as mentally. Happy Women's Day again. Thank you.
Hello friends, we are here to talk about menopause. Menopause is a natural event for all women above the age of 40 years. Everyone knows the menses stop. Now this process can be gradual, with over a period of some years women experiencing change in their menstrual cycles, with periods being delayed or coming on earlier, or sometimes even with heavier flow. The same way the experience can be different for different women. For some it could be a smoother ride, and for some it could be a very much overwhelming experience. Since there are a lot of hormonal changes associated in menopause, there are a lot of emotional and mood changes are quite common. So mood swings, having irritability, having anger outbursts, feeling even low or sad, or very low lethargy kind of feeling is also common. Some women can also experience anxiety. One of the very common symptoms that women complain is hot flashes or night sweats, getting up in the middle of night with a lot of sweating over the body, or feeling hotness sensation all over the body, which can last around half a minute to 5 minutes. These symptoms can be very distressing for women. Also, it is important to know that some can also experience body aches, headaches, a lot of physical symptoms with a lot of gastric changes as well. Some women can also experience dryness of the vagina along with all these symptoms. This is also the age when children grow up. Sometimes children could be studying in another city or working in another city, or sometimes children could be staying with a mother but could be grown up enough to be independent and not requiring the help of the mother on a regular basis. This often leads to a feeling of an emptiness syndrome, where women feel that now they do not have a purpose, or there is no meaning to their regular day-to-day life. Some women can also experience sudden identity crisis. See, now this happens because sometimes women can question themselves because they have sacrificed all their major prime years for the family. Many of them leave their jobs, or even sometimes they continue with their jobs but take a back seat. So the feeling that where I have come, and this is also very common. So if these symptoms are very common, so are there any solutions to this? Of course, yes. There are treatments, hormonal treatments. Also, there are a lot of emotional help which can be given for women, and it is okay to not be okay. So any woman who is experiencing these symptoms or is feeling distressed about it, help is available. Please do seek help and feel better. Thank you.